hold here for 4, 3, 2, 1, exhale. Now curl your toes and feel how that feels. Again, lift your knees up, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Maybe come back to seated and just roll your wrist around, warm it up for a moment. And then come back to plank, and we'll just do some gentle knee taps. So keep your wrist supporting you, but also push your fingers in so your wrists are getting some break. And then gently tap your knees down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then leave your knees down next, and let's warm up our elbows. This is just an alternative push-up. If you're feeling strong this morning, you can come back up to a regular push-up. But this is just a little bit of an easier warm-up. Keep your knees on the ground if you'd like, and then elbows next to your side, and then just start bending. Come down all the way to the floor, and then slowly push back up to warm up your elbow and your hands. Let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Can you see me okay? Hear me okay? Come to child's pose. Okay, awesome. Exhale out. In child's pose, reach your hands out and walk your left hand over to the left side, and then breathe into your right side. Exhale. One more full breath in. Full breath out. Come back to center. Open over to the right side. Breathe into your left side. Open all those ribs. Feel your lower back release. Full breath in. Full breath out. Come back to center. Come back to tabletop. And let's do bird dog. Right arm reaches out. Left leg extends back out. And let's have elbow touch to knee. And exhale as you curl. Keep your core tight. Extend back out. Left leg in the back. Arm straight out. And when you extend, feel your fingers pulling in the front of the mat, and then your toes pointing to the back side of the mat. And again, elbow to knee, same side. Exhale. Oh, I'm even wobbly. Bad. Inhale, and then exhale 2 more times on this side. Inhale, extend, and then come back to elbow to knee, touching, release, center, tabletop, right side, right leg, extend, left hand out, open your fingers, stretch your core, stretch your glutes, and actually start engaging your glutes. And then as you come, bring your knees to your elbow, opposite arm, opposite leg. Exhale, inhale, and exhale, curl, and touch elbow to knee. 2 more times. Extend. 1 more. I count slow. Exhale, release. Let's get your weights. Because this is only 40 minutes, so we want to make sure that you get the most workout. So can you come up to plank and have your weights in your hands? You have weights or no? Jen, do you have weights?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. So let's lift a low row on the left side. So lift your left hand up. If it's too much to keep the weights holding and putting your weight on it, you can come down to a lower plank or a lower push-up position. And then keep your right arm supporting you and just lift with your left 5 times. And as you do this, keep your core tight. So we're also working the core, working your shoulder. Let's do this 4 more times. And then also you're working your lower. When you're doing it, try to keep your body not moving around. 1 more. Release, switch hands. You can have your opposite hand just like in the ground so you're not pressing your weight onto the ground. And then lift the right hand into low row. I turn so you can see me. Keep the plank and just lift up. 4. Let's do 4 more. 4, 3. Try to keep flat back, core tight, and try not to move. So your toes are also pushing in. 1 more. Release. How are you feeling? How are you feeling?
I can feel it, I'll tell you that.
Yeah? Okay. So come down, open your arms to the front of the mat to stretch it out. And we'll come to our first downward dog. So hold your wrist, allow your wrist to be supported by your fingers, and then curl your toes under and press up to downward dog. As you press up, allow your hips and your tailbone to point to the sky, and bring your elbows and your knees close to each other. Lift up, allow your head to release. Come back to plank. And push up again to downward dog. Exhale. Look at the front of the mat and walk your feet on tippy toes up to your hand. Keep the tippy toes. Still staying forward fold. It's okay if your knees are bent a little. The main thing is that you're opening your vertebrae. It's a spinal decompression. It should be really good for your lower back. And while you're still here, put your right leg behind your left. Inhale halfway and come back down for forward fold to give a little bit more of a extension on your glutes and on your hips. Do you feel that? A little different? Come back, halfway lift. Flat back. Switch your left leg, put behind your right, and forward fold. Exhale. 4 breath in, 4 breath out. Come up to standing pose. Lift your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Walk or hop your feet back to plank. Chaturanga Tandasana. Here we push our feet in and allow your body to move forward, and then gently lower down, elbows next to you, flat back to come down to the ground. Here you can uncurl your toe. You can do cobra. This is more baby cobra. Press your palms next to you. Maybe cobra if you want to come up even of a more of an intense back bend. Or you can do upward dog, where you push up and allow your hips and your knees to come off the ground. And from here, push into downward dog. Breathe here for a moment. And start slowly lifting your right leg up. And allow your right hip to come above your left hip. Open it up for a hip opener. Maybe allow your hips to roll around a couple of times. One side, then circle it around the other side. And keeping your three-legged dog, and place your right leg between your palms to come into a low lunge. Are you with me?
I'm with you.
Awesome. Now here, let's stay here for one more count. Full breath in, full breath out. I mean, I'm feeling my hips stretching. Depending on how flexible you are, you might feel it already. Place your knee down, uncurl your toe and grab your weights and come up a little bit, maybe even lean forward, and we'll do tricep extensions. So allow your chest to lean into your knee. Keep your elbows up, and then we'll press up into triceps for 5, 4, 3, extend and squeeze, extend, squeeze, 4 more. Keep your elbows up high. Try not to move it. I see it a lot in the studio. I started teaching. I've had a yoga Sculpt and mat Pilates now at one of the studios here locally. 4, 3. So that's the most common mistakes I was seeing. So make sure you keep it up when you're doing tricep dips. Release. Keep your weights. Push into half split. So push your heels in. Allow your feet to face up the sky, and just allow a gentle stretch here. Maybe point your toes, flex your toes just to see what sensation you get here. And then come back, allow your knees to be 90 degrees, and let's do some curls here. Let's do 8 of these. And if you want, and you want to make it more difficult, you can push up into a crescent pose. So just stay here for 8, 7, 6, curl up, press into your heel at the front of the mat, or if you want to come back down, that's fine. Are you up or are you more on the ground?
I'm on the ground.
Okay. So,
You're good.
okay.
I can see the variation.
Awesome. Because yesterday when I was working out with people, they were like, you could have made it harder. I'm like, okay, well, I'm giving you options, right? That's something that you can do. So now, let's place our weights down next to you. Come back up to crescent pose, to a plank. Push Chaturanga Tandasana, so push forward. Allow your elbows to stay next to you. Come all the way down to your upward dog, cobra, and come back to downward dog. Pedal your feet out. Allow your tailbones to push up in the sky. Feel that stretch in your hamstrings too. And when you're ready, come up to the top of the mat. So inhale, walk your feet up to the top of the mat. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale to swan dive, forward fold. Lift halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale into forward fold. Inhale and come into a chair pose. I'll turn around so you can see me. Squeeze your knees, squeeze your feet, everything together so you can start engaging your inner thighs. Reach your arm up. You can keep it up here, or if you want, you can come down to a lower seat like this. And just stay here for another breath or so. 2, 1. Allow your arms to come down, touch the mat, and walk your feet back to plank and push up to downward dog. And 3-legged dog on the left side. Allow your left hip to be above your right hip. Hip opener on this side. You can warm up your hips, roll it around a couple of times. And one way, other way. You can bend your knees, flex your feet, and allow your left leg to be placed between your hands. You can stay up here for a minute just to feel that stretch. runner's lunge, or an alternative, you can come down on your elbows, brace your knee down, uncurl your toe and just reach forward. That's another way. You can grab your weights and allow your chest to melt on your knee and raise your arm into a 90-degree and press your arms out and hold your elbows up into tricep dips for 8. Extend. Extend. 6 more. Squeeze when you extend out. 3, 2, 1. And then push back into half split. Allow your toe to come up, pointing up to the sky. And feel that stretch. And now come back to bend your knee when you're ready. And bring your arm up into a cactus pose. Like this, and we'll just push up. We can do 16 of these. So let's do 13, 12. And as you come back up, you can keep pushing up. If you want a challenge, you can come up to your, lift your knees up and just stay in crescent pose. 4, 3, 2, 1, release. You can shake your arms out and come back to tabletop, then to plank and Chaturanga Tandasana. Reach forward, do a gentle push up. From here, cobra, upward dog to downward dog. Let's meet in downward dog. You can always skip the Chaturanga Tandasana. Move your hips around. This was our first flow. Let me check on time. How are we doing? Okay, we got about 10-15 more minutes. So come up to three-legged dog on the right. Place your right leg between your hands and come up to a high lunge. Reach your arms up. Breathe here for a moment and grab your weights. And we'll open into warrior 2 with weights. If you can stay here, see if you can hold your arms in a T, as much stretched out as you possibly can. And reach forward, flip your palm up. You can always drop your weight if it's too much. I'm just trying to make it like a real sculpt so that you're getting weights in reverse warrior. Allow your right arm to frame your right ear. How are you doing with the weights? Or are you just doing it without? We're good. Okay. Then place your right hand and flip your palm up and come to an extended side angle pose. Reach your left arm over your left ear and feel that your ribs opening on this side. Yeah, it can get hard, a little bit harder. Come back to open up, face your feet to the side of the mat in a wide stretch, and then here we'll open into goddess. So goddess, you bend your, it's like kind of like a sumo squat. Come down and allow your knees to bend. You can actually, if it feels better, you don't have to keep your knees forward. You can open it up to the side of the mat, cactus arms, and we'll push up. As you come up, power push your hands up with weights if you can. 8, 7. As you come up, power up, push up so that you're start engaging those big glutes muscles. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pivot back to face the right leg. Place your weights down. Come back to plank. You can skip or do a Chaturanga Tandasana here. And then let's meet in downward dog. Are you with me? You're good? Good, okay. Left leg, place it in between your hands. I'm gonna turn so you can see me. Left leg, come up to, with your weights if you can, into a crescent pose. So arms up, your knees can be off the floor. And place your back leg down. Keep your front feet facing the top of the mat. Warrior 2 with Hadrasana 2. So your arm in a strong T. Allow your weight to be in the heel. Oh, it got dark. Hang on. It's a motion detection. He thought it was not here. So now reach forward and come to reverse warrior. Place your right hand on your hips to support you and reach back to extended warrior. Come back to warrior 2. Wide angle pose. Place your left hand on your left arm. Reach over with your right hand, right ear. Feel that stretch. Come back when you're ready into center. Face the side of the mat. Point your toes out and come down to a goddess pose. And we'll do Y's push up. So you, instead of just go straight up, go into a Y. So let's do 16 of these. So come down and then bring your weights closer and then power up Y. Power up Y. Squat and Y. Squat, Y. Squat, Y. Down, up, squat, squat. Extend your arms, 2 more. And release, pivot to your left side, crescent pose. Gently place your weights down. Plank to Chaturanga Tandasana, or we can just meet in downward dog. Pedal your feet out, maybe even do a water break. Child's pose. How are you doing? Yeah, okay. So let's come into you were in child's pose. So come to Skandasana. So from child's pose, push up into downward dog. And just start engaging our right side. So we'll lift your left leg up. Place it between your hand. And as you turn to the side of the mat, coming to Skandasana, this is your knees are bent. If it feels better, you can be up here too. Your toes are pointing to the sky. And then from here, walk your feet over. It's a nice side stretch. On the other side, it's good for your inner thighs. You can also be up here if that feels better. The main thing is that you want to flex your toes just to get some extension there. And then come back down. And then come back to bent left leg again. And you can be down on your left hand, left knee, and grab your weight. And we'll push our arms up as we lift our leg up and engage the glutes on the side, your hips. So let's do 8, 7, 6, point your toe, 5, 4, keep your core tight, see if you can keep it not as wobbly. Uh-oh, what's going on? I got a notification, can you still see me? Can you still see me?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, release. Let's stay here and you can release your weights or you can keep up the weights for a side arm plank. So You can even come up to your knees and do it like this, or you can come into a side planks, arm pushing, legs pushing, and hold here, allow your obliques to engage. Another challenge, if you want, you can open your knees, put your feet gently above your knee. You don't want to put on your knees, and just hold here for another breath. Whenever you're ready, you can release, come back to your knee, to tabletop. How are we doing?
Good.
Are you with me?
Yeah.
Awesome. So let's do this on the opposite side. So come down to your, allow your right leg to extend, or your left leg to extend, and place your right hand on the mat. Your knees can be on the floor. Grab your weight, and then when you push up, you lift your leg here, point your toes. 8, 7, 6. Keep core tight so that you're not wobbling. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. And now you can keep your leg on the floor for a side arm plank, or straighten both legs, bring your arm up with or without the weight, and hold here for about 10 more seconds. If you want, you can lift your knees up. Ooh, it's wobbly for me too.
You make it look so easy.
Yeah, it's wobbly. I'm balancing. And then lift your hip up as much as you can, and release. Come back to release, Chaturanga Tandasana, Cobra, to push up. Comes down to child's pose and shake your hand out. That was a lot on our hands. And when you're ready, come up to a dolphin pose. So place your hands facing the front of the mat, and then elbows down. Push your hips up, and instead of having downward dog on our hands, we're just on our elbow. Push your hip up, and see if you can place your heel on the floor, on the ground. That's hard, but it's a good stretch. And see if you can walk your feet up closer. Make that triangle skinnier. Pull up, and then walk it back. Walk it back to plank, flat back, and hold here. And we'll start marching our legs out to the left, to the right. Left, right. Keep on your elbows, flat back, keep your core engaged. Don't forget to breathe. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Release. Release your arms. Come to a tabletop. Grab some water if you need. Let's do some glute work. Let me check on the time because we only have 40 minutes live. I think it's about to be over. So Zoom only is allowing me 40 minutes, which is perfectly fine, right?
Yeah.
So from tabletop, we'll do fire hydrants. So 90 degrees on your legs, your feet are flat, your fingers are pushing into the ground, and then start lifting your knees up to the side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, lift. Lift, keep the 90 degree. And then 2, 1, hold it up and just pulse here. Just 1 inch, just tiny moves. Keep your core, try not to wobble. 4, 3, 2, 1, hold it up and open to the side. Point your toe. 7, 6, 5, extend. I'll turn, keep doing 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift up and release. Oh, that's so hard. Stretch it out for a minute. How are you doing?
Good.
Okay. So let's do the other side. So fire hydrants on the right side. Make sure your core is tight. Cough. To feel that core tightening up, you can even touch it. Make sure it's engaged. And start lifting your knees up to the side. Fire hydrants. 8, 7, 6. Lift up. Up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't let it drop. Keep it up here and pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up and extend your toes out. I'm turning. 3. Keep going. Keep going to extend. And 2 more. And hold it up. Lift it up and release. Whew. Did you feel that? I felt that.
Yeah.
Stretch it out. Awesome. You can even do some child's pose here or whatever feels good to release your hips. And come onto your elbows. Let's start with your left elbow on the ground. And bring your feet, your left leg is bent. Bring your right, do you have enough room in your house to do this?
Yeah.
So bring your feet forward, keep it on the same plane, and then when you bring it back, flex your feet. So point your toes as you bring it up and flex. Point, flex. Point as you bring it forward, flex as you bring it back. Point, flex, point, flex. Extend and push it back and feel that squeeze. Hold it back there and we'll lift here. 8, you can bend your knee if you want, make it a little, maybe a little easier, or you can just lift here. 8, 7, pulse. This is how you get that dimple in your boots, in your jeans. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift it up and release. Bring your leg forward if you can, just to stretch it out. Push up to the other side. Bend your right leg, extend your left leg forward. Point your toe, flex, squeeze. Point, bring it forward, extend to the back, squeeze. Point, flex, point, flex. And you don't have to over bring it back, that's not the point. The main thing is you want to just make sure that you're feeling it engaged. 3 more, flex, point, flex, and on the next one, keep it on the same plane. Flex your feet, you can bend it, but just pulse here, lift, lift. And it doesn't have to be a big movement. Just, let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1, lift it up and release. Stretch it out, bring it over in front of you, allow your glutes to release. And when you're ready, come down on your back. Bring your, oh, are you still there? I think you went away, hang on. Hang on, oh man. Okay, about that? Can you hear me? Okay, so come roll into a ball. And let's place your feet on the floor. Lift your neck up, and when you do, we'll move into core and then we'll cool down. Does that sound good? So chin up and start pulsing your hands out for 100. So this is a Pilates move, but the main thing is you just want to keep your arms moving because it's kind of shaking you, so you want to stabilize your core. Pull your pelvic floor up and just pulse your arms. Your legs are on the ground, your neck is up. If you can, lift from your chest. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 40 more. 40, 30, 20, and 10. 3, 2, 1. Release. Stretch your arms and legs out. Inhale. Come slowly roll up into a forward fold. And try to reach your shin or whatever is available to you. And then roll back down. Open your arms and your leg. Roll up one more time. We'll do this 2 more times. This is a good core engagement, but also flexibility. 2 more. Exhale as you come up. Release. Extend, breathe. Forward. And then on your next time you come down, come down and bring your feet up. And we'll bring both legs into 90 degrees. Lift your head up and grab your weights if they are still handy. And you can place them on your chest and lift up as you bring your legs down, and then just step and march your legs. You can come down as one of your legs down and then come up. Release your leg to the floor and chest to the floor, come up. So down with leg and chest, come up. Down and up. You're with me? Come up. 2 more. And now we'll do center. So both feet down and bring your chest down and bring everything together. Squeeze, roll into a ball. Squeeze, roll into a ball, release. Squeeze everything up, exhale. 4 more. Bring everything in. And when you come up, see if you can exhale, hold, release. Hold up there for a sec and release. Hold, release. Come into a ball and release. You can release your weights. Windshield wiper your legs out so you can get some of your abs released. And we'll do crisscross with our legs next. So you can put your hands below your tailbone. Bring your shoulders under you. Or you can just have your hands next to you and you cross your legs and bring it up. Or if you just want to keep it lower, you can just stay here for about 20 more seconds. If you want to make it more challenging, bring it up. Feel your inner thighs engaging. Okay, there you go. 2 more. Crisscross, cross, cross. And then 1 more. Exhale as you come up. And release. Whew. Let's stretch it out. What do you say?
That's good.
Okay, come into a ball. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling it.
Awesome. Bring both feet up to the sky and hug your legs. You can pull your chest into your legs. Feel that sensation. See how you feel from the beginning of the class to now. And maybe close your eyes and just stay here for a moment and remember why you came to class and thank your body that allowed you to move. When you're ready, untangle your arm, release your head, and extend one of the legs, maybe the right leg to the floor. Keep your left leg up high and pull the knees to you. You can have it bent just to make sure that you get the stretch. Maybe hug it into your chest again. And then when you bring it up, point your toe, flex your toe, play with it and see how it feels. Next, bring your other leg up to support your figure 4 on the left. So your left leg is bent and allow your left hip to open. Maybe you can pull your right leg to you and press your elbow into your left leg so that you can feel more of a hip opener. If you flex your feet, the one that's crossed over your knee, that even makes it more challenging. And then have your left leg cross over your right side. Move your weights if they're in the way. Open your arms into a T. See if you can keep your shoulders on the mat for a side twist. Supine twist on the left. Maybe close your book. So bring your left arm to your right hand and open your book. Look over your left hand and bring it back. I heard me pop. Did you pop? Sometimes I pop when I do this. Come back when you're ready. You can bring your legs up for release. Switch sides. Pull your right leg up. Point and flex to play around with it. When you flex, you can feel your IT bands release as well. And then when you're ready, bring your right leg across your left knee and open your right hip. Press in with your arm or with your elbow for a more intense stretch. And when you're ready, release, extend your left leg to the front and supine twist to the right. Turn your right leg to your left side. Look over your right hand. Place your knee on the ground or toward your left body side. Look over your right hand and close your right arm over your left for a closed book. Open book. Keep your shoulders on the ground too, if you can. Do a few more of this on your own. Come back to center slowly. Maybe do a happy baby. Grab your toes. Play around with whatever feels good. Maybe put your feet above your head. You can do it. Plow. And then release slowly. Close your eyes for a moment. Full breath in. Exhale out. And then roll over to your left side. Keep your eyes closed and just thank your body and your heart to pump all that blood in your veins and allow you to work out. Thank yourself to be here after all the craziness. Did you guys have a good Christmas?
We did. How about you guys?
We did. And then gently push up into a seated position.